They say that a true sports car should have two doors, so it would be reasonable to apply the same logic to hatchbacks. We'll show you the sportiest super minis of today with just two doors, the true hot hatches of 2022. They have impressively powerful engines, unbeatable driving dynamics, and surely utility of a sportback trunk. Before we get to the episode, remember to subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News and ring the bell. We start the engines now. Hyundai Veloster N. Introduced to the market in 2018, this is the second member of the brand's N performance family and the only version of the Veloster hatchback that is currently sold in the US. The N is offered in 3 exterior colors and 2 transmission options, a 6-speed manual or an 8-speed wet-clutch DCT added last year. Both are paired with a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, an electronic limited-slip differential, and a front-wheel drive. In case of the manual, the mill is good for 275 horses and 260 pound-feet, but the dual-clutch option unlocks an overboost function that raises the torque output to 278 pound-feet. These extra units allow the Veloster N to speed to 60 faster, taking 5.1 seconds. As usual, the hatchback gets a peculiar 2+1 door design, which means that the 4-seater has 2 doors on the passenger side and 1 on the driver's side. Its original features include 19-inch alloy wheels, Pirelli P0 tires, and larger 13.6 and 12.4-inch vented disc brakes. The cabin benefits from lighter bucket seats and a fresh 8-inch infotainment. Toyota GR Yaris. In a nutshell, this is a World Rally Championship race car that was slightly tweaked to become road legal, and it has nearly no shared components with the standard Yaris. The Gazoo Racing modification rides on a platform that combines components from the GAB chassis of the XP210 Yaris and the GAC platform that underpins a Corolla. Up front there is a McPherson strut suspension, and in the rear, a bespoke multi-link setup. The front and rear axles are linked by the newly developed permanent all-wheel drive system, which is a first for Toyota in the last 20 years. As standard, there is a bias of 60% to the front and 40% to the rear, but selectable driving modes include 30/70 and 50/50 distribution as well. The Yaris GR comes powered by the world's strongest production 3-cylinder engine. This 1.6-liter turbo returns 272 horsepower and 272 pound-feet of peak torque. The mill is paired with a close-ratio 6-speed manual and a mechanical limited-slip differential. By the way, in 2022 this model also gets a 500 units GRMN edition. Exclusive to Japan, it sits 0.4 inches closer to the ground, weighs 44 pounds less, and boosts torque to 287 pound-feet. Abarth F595. According to the brand's new motto, the next generation of Abarth performance cars will abandon ICE drivetrains in favor of all-electric motors. However, until that happens sometime in 2024, we'll get to enjoy a couple more special editions for the 500 hatchback. In case of the F595, the model pays tribute to the first Formula Italia single-seat racer by Carlo Abarth, and borrows tech from the contemporary cars competing in Formula 4. Its Euro 6 compliant 1.4-liter T-Jet engine features GR turbocharger and produces 165 horses and 170 pound-feet. These are sent to the front wheels using a 5-speed manual or a 5-speed sequential gearbox with steering wheel shift pedals. Abarth quotes that F95 accelerates to 60 in 7.3 seconds and reaches 135 mph top speed. The hatch also benefits from Koni rear shock absorbers with frequency-selective damping, 17-inch wheels housing ventilated brake discs, and an active exhaust system with stacked exhaust pipes. Inside, the model gets a dark and sporty design theme, leather steering wheel, special sports seats from Abarth, and a 7-inch Uconnect infotainment with navigation and smartphone compatibility. Would you be so kind to hit that like button? It is absolutely free, but in return, you get our eternal gratitude. Thanks for the like, and let's keep rolling. Mini John Cooper Works GP. The fastest Mini ever conceived preserves resemblance with its round-eyed siblings, but in reality, it is assuming a pure racing nature and gravitates towards BMW M Performance models. The visual enhancements include the racing grey paint scheme, complemented by melting silver contrast roof and mirror caps. There are carbon fiber components like large front apron, side skirts, and roof spoiler. The Mini John Cooper Works GP rides on the lightest forged 18-inch wheels with 4-spoke design, Hankook sports tires, and 4-piston rad fixed caliper brakes. This Rebel has wider track width and a lower model-specific suspension setup with custom dampers, stabilizers, and springs. Expectedly, it acquires the most powerful 4-cylinder engine from Bavarians, the 2.0-liter 4-cylinder with twin-power turbo that makes 306 ponies and delivers them to the front wheels. The mill is connected to an 8-speed automatic with 3D printed pedal shifters, and there is a single selectable drive configuration, the GP mode. Basically, it disengages some electronic safeguards and passes all the controls to the driver, who would feel like a true racer in the sports cabin with no back seats. The Brit accelerates to 62 in 5.2 seconds, the VMAX reaches 165 mph on the track, and the engine exhales raucously through a sports exhaust. Ford Fiesta ST. No longer available in the US, the feisty Fiesta continues its domination on the European market with the ST model at the helm. The Mark 7 generation gets a handsome facelift with a new front bumper, a bolt-on chin spoiler, a larger honeycomb radiator grille, matrix LED headlights, new 17 or 18-inch alloys, and surely Ford's gorgeous, mean green color. The Fiesta ST keeps its 1.5-liter 3-cylinder turbo engine with cylinder deactivation and a 6-speed manual. The EcoBoost still delivers 200 horses, but raises the torque bar to 236 pound-feet in the range between 1600 and 4000 RPM. 0 to 60 takes 6.5 seconds, and the speed cap is set at 143 miles per hour. Among the Ford Fiesta ST driving aids are a limited slip differential, torque vectoring system, sport and track driving modes. Inside the cabin, the previous Recaro seats were swapped for the in-house buckets with 14-way adjustability and Sensico synthetic leather, but the flat-bottom leather steering wheel was untouched. The dash is represented by a 13.3-inch TFT screen, while the in-cabin systems are controlled with an 8-inch Sync 3 infotainment. Abarth 695 SASA. A rare guest in the Abarth lineup, the 695 model has always been the ultimate iteration of the 500 city car. The 2022 SASA derives inspiration from the 1964 model of the same name and raises the bar for the performance and handling once again. Limited to 695 units painted in Scorpion Black and another 695 in Campavolo Grey, the hatch gets an exclusive aluminum bonnet and a new titanium exhaust by Akrapovic. These upgrades reduce its weight by 22 pounds compared to the 595 Competizione. Another signature update of the SASA is its adjustable rear spoiler that moves from 0 to 60 degrees and increases the car's aerodynamic load by 92 pounds at speeds reaching 124 mph. The model is additionally distinguished by the white exterior accents, new 17-inch wheels with red Brembo brake calipers, and special badges. As usual, the power is supplied by a 1.4-liter turbojet that is tuned to produce 180 horses and 184 pound-feet. The only transmission choice is a 5-speed manual. The top speed reaches 140 miles per hour, and acceleration to 60 takes the 695 6.9 seconds. Inside the cabin, the exclusivity of the model is emphasized by the exterior matching stitching, Zable seats, carbon fiber finishes, and red seat belts. Cupra Urban Rebel. We won't be seeing this product until 2025, but Cupra gives us a clear image of how their upcoming electric hot hatches will look like. The Urban Rebel will be built on the shortened version of the MEB platform and sized similarly to the Seat Ibiza or VW Polo. Unlike these humble hatches though, it gets a dramatically sportier appearance. There is a full aero kit, enormous rear wing, triangular headlights, and an integrated full-length rear light bar. Cupra claims that the powertrain shall be capable of continuously producing 340 horsepower with short boosts to 435 ponies. This would enable 3.2 seconds 0 to 60 times and unprecedented driving dynamics. Renault 5 Turbo 3. In 2022, the tiny rally-bred Renault 5 returns to the market with the help of the California-based Legende automobiles. The model is labeled Turbo 3 as it's the third generation of the icon. It is still unclear whether the car uses the original chassis or if it's built entirely from scratch, but it is instantly recognizable as the R5. The 1980s styling is recreated in carbon fiber, but the body is widened to accommodate larger 16 and 17-inch wheels. The R5 T3 has new LED headlights, attractive roof spoiler, two-piece rear diffuser, and dual exhaust tips. This retro racer rides on a modern double wishbone suspension and is brought to life by an upgraded 400 horsepower turbocharged four-cylinder paired exclusively with a manual transmission. The cabin of the new Renault Turbo 3 departs from retro with a dual-zone climate control, digital instrumentation, two-spoke steering wheel, and racing harnesses. Would you agree that a compact two-door hot hatch is a much more exciting tool for tight cornering and street racing? Which one of these models is your favorite? As always, I'll be waiting for you in the comment section. Before you go, subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News, like this video, and check out other buying guides for the 2022. The links are on the screen. We'll see you.